As a company, Bruce Power makes a lot of contributions to worthy causes within our community. We do this for lots of reasons. Clearly we do play a very important role in this community as the largest employer, and coming with that is a responsibility to support our community. United Way is one of those organisations that we like to support. It's not one of those organisations that goes out to seek publicity and oftentimes provides help to families without anyone ever knowing. For us, these causes are critically important. Those of us that enjoy a career at Bruce Power, work in financial security, we can look after the health and well-being of our family through that secure job position. Many in our community are not as fortunate as that. This time of year, we have the opportunity to commit to the United Way and to lend our financial support. Over the course of this short video, I'm sure you're going to hear a number of examples of how a small contribution from you can make a major impact in the community around us. As I've said many times before, I know how hard people work for their salary here at the site, and it's not for me to dictate how they spend that hard-earned salary. What I do encourage you to do is to remember how significant a small contribution from you can be to the overall health and well-being of the people around you. I encourage you to give generously to United Way and to take satisfaction from the knowledge that your contribution will make a difference.
United Way funding is so important to us at Prance because not only is it a wonderful gift, but it allows us to have flexibility on the funds and where they go. $1 a day here at Prance goes to helping subsidize the children's riding as well as adults riding. It allows us to use for registration and office work and all the admin and volunteer coordination that needs to happen to make the program succeed. Without United Way, we wouldn't be able to run our programs. We've currently cut back from running 6 days a week down to 3 days a week, and through United Way helping us is how we're keeping up running to 3 days a week currently.
The Society of Energy Professionals is pleased to continue their support of our local communities. Part of this support is through volunteer efforts and financial donations to the United Way of Bruce Grey. We encourage our members to continue this long-standing support through the payroll deduction campaign here at Bruce Power. Remember, when we all give a little, great things can be accomplished.
Today we're looking at St. Anthony's breakfast program. It's Thursday, so Thursday means it's French Toast Day. As you can see by the kids behind you, there's a lot of activity and they love Thursday. Lots of kids coming in to have a piece of French toast, a glass of milk, and a piece of cheese, and then they're going to go off to their class. We use the funds that we get from our grant from United Way, we put it directly into Pine River Cheese. We support a local cheese producer, and we supply all the schools with Pine River cheese for their program. What does $1 a day mean to Grey Bruce Eat and Learn? With a child's breakfast costing us about 50 cents a serving, we can feed 2 kids with $1.
As members of the building trade unions, we show our pride and generosity in many ways, one of which is with contributions to the Bruce Power United Way campaign. The funds raised help organizations and individuals throughout our local communities, with all contributions staying in the local area. I encourage all members to consider the opportunities available to contribute to the human side of our local communities through payroll deduction, volunteering, and promotion of the local United Way, helping our friends and neighbors. This is just one more way we can share our good fortune with those in need of a hand up.
We're grateful to United Way for supplying our core funding, and we're able to provide this one-to-one tutoring for young people who are struggling with their learning and support our volunteer base. Through this, we can do this for families who could never support or be able to afford private tutoring. We help young people to come up in their grade levels and experience success, and their self-esteem rises as well. So it's a win-win situation. $1 a day means that we're able to keep our program running, not only just for Ben, but currently for about 25 other children that we are supporting with independent, individualized tutoring. The key is to get kids reading and to love reading. And our mandate is to support lifelong learning and to light that spark.
The United Way is an organization which is there to provide assistance to people in need within our communities. The Power Workers Union and its members have a long-standing history of providing support to a wide variety of community groups and organizations, including the United Way. Our members not only give their time to these groups, we also provide financial support to many of them. As we continue to support the United Way campaign, I would respectfully ask PW members across this site, all employees across this site in fact, to make a difference and provide some level of financial support to the United Way. $1 a day to the United Way is not a huge amount of money to an individual, but if all of us give a little, collectively we give a lot.
Easter Monday in Owen Sound, an 11-unit apartment building burned to the ground. 10 families were left homeless, and the United Way stepped in. We stepped in with clothing, we stepped in with help with housing, and all those other things that you think you'd need after a fire. But about 6 weeks after the fire, one of the men came in and he sat with us and he talked to us about the fire. And he was very upset and very emotional about all the loss that he had experienced because of the fire. And we knew we had made sure he had food, we made sure he had a place to stay, and we made sure that all his basic needs were taken care of. And we asked him, what is the one thing? What can we do today to make things better for you today? And he said, I really need a pencil. See, he had a day planner that burned in the fire, and somebody had replaced his calendar, but all he had was a pen, and he couldn't keep his appointments, keep track of his medication with a pen, just in case things changed and he'd have to scribble it out. He really just needed a pencil. So we have a back-to-school program drive, so we went into our drive stash and we got him a pencil. We got him a dozen pencils, and we gave him the pencils. And the change was immediate in him. The spine straightened, the emotions settled, and he was happy. And he was back in control of his life because he had the one thing that he needed. He needed a pencil. So we're asking everybody today to think about what it is that they need. What's their pencil? What's the community pencil? What's the one thing that will make a difference, that will take you from being a victim of a circumstance to being in control of your own destiny and being in control of what you need to move forward? So we're asking to make donations to the United Way through payroll deduction, asking for your $1 a day so that we can go out into the community and find out what the community's pencils are, what the individual's pencils are, and possibly what your pencils are.